Pioneer brand canola with Optimum Gly, the highest yielding glyphosate tolerant trait on the market. What's next in canola happens here.
For nearly a decade, the Canadian Grain Commission has been sitting on a massive surplus, over $100 million collected through user fees for grain inspection and weighing that grain companies ultimately passed down to farmers between 2013 and 2017. The surplus peaked at $156 million a few years ago. It's since been drawn down to around $112 million. And this week, we finally saw the Grain Commission announce a plan for drawing down a large portion of that nine-figure surplus. The CGC on October 16th announced it will be maintaining its current fees, its fee formula for the next 3 years, despite those fees no longer covering the full costs of inspections and weighings, according to the Grain Commission. So that means that by maintaining the status quo, the Grain Commission is expecting to reduce that $100 million plus surplus to around $57 million by March of 2027. That includes setting aside $40 million in a contingency fund, a measure that was announced back in 2018. So long-awaited decision here in terms of how the Grain Commission surplus is going to be used, as Chief Commissioner David Hunt says that by drawing on the accumulated surplus, they can avoid new fee increases for the next 3 years. The CGC is also committing to consulting with grain industry stakeholders before making any changes to fees in the future after this 3-year time frame is up. If you go back to 2017, around that time, the Grain Commission had proposed several different scenarios for how the surplus could be used. One of them was to reduce user fees. Another was to set up a compensation fund to improve producer payment security in the case of grain buyer or grain company failures. And the third option was investing the surplus in upgrades to facilities or technical services for the grain industry, something that could potentially have fit with Cereals Canada's GATE project, as Cereals Canada is looking to establish a new technical services and research promotion hub in downtown Winnipeg that is going to cost over $100 million. The Grain Commission here deciding to rather use the surplus to maintain user fees going forward.